Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm here with George back here. Been talking to him about the Piranha Reactor, and he don't really have any thoughts on it. He's more of a playboater, but had the chance to finally ride a Reactor. I was out on the West Fork of the Tuck with Wade Harrison. And Wade had brought his Reactor, and I had brought the Indra, and had a really good run. Great to paddle with Wade. He's a lot of fun to paddle with. And anyway, I'm going to show you a clip, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Reactor. Not that it makes any difference, really, but just in case you're kind of wanting to know what I guess I'm an intermediate paddler. But yeah, we'll get back to you guys here in just a bit.
When you come up to a hole, try to sweep it, like almost think another.
Now, this thing, I think it stays on top a little better. Yeah. It's just handle for boiling stuff. It's just like, you're just sitting there.
Okay, guys, welcome back. So, if you're watching in the clip, you see me and Wade, we're on the river there, and we're talking about the boats, and I'll have to say that I really like that Reactor. You guys have seen plenty of videos about the new Piranha outfitting, and it's really good. The back band issue, no more with the new outfitting. The thigh hookers are really, for me, they were perfect. So, you know, in which I didn't have a problem with the old ones, especially with the hookers in, you know, but the new ones they're really good. So, first thing I done whenever I got in the boat is, you know, I tightened everything up and paddled across and just dumped it and rolled over. And the Reactor is much easier to roll up. It's not that the Indra's just awful. It's just a little harder to roll up. So if you're swimming from time to time, or if you're upside down more than you should be, the easier boat to roll is going to be the Reactor. So that's just that. I don't think, if anybody's been in an Indra, been in a Reactor, I don't think anybody's going to say, oh no, the Indra is easier to roll. It's just not. So the tail was a little bit taller on the Reactor than the Indra, and so like, and the rails are a little bit higher. So like when you really want to engage the rails, you're really leaning over far. Me and Wade was talking about it, and the Indra, even though on paper it's more narrow, like a half-inch more narrow, and the Reactor's wider, the Reactor actually feels more narrow than the Indra. And when you're paddling it, so my all-time favorite, and it's still my favorite creek boat, is the Code. The Code is the most forgiving creek boat that I've ever paddled. It's amazing. So if you're just needing sheer forgiveness, then don't get either one. Get a Code. But the Reactor is, and neither one, the Code, the Indra, nor the Reactor is as fast as the Scorch. The Scorch is faster. But the Reactor is like it's got a lot of secondary. I mean, a lot of secondary stability. And you can really lean that thing over. And Wade was talking to me about, getting the thing over and sweeping the tail and lifting the front end of the thing up. And, it took me a few tries before I finally was getting it to, to sweep and lift. It's different than like a half slice. It's different. They paddle very differently. With the Indra, you have to do a lot more weight shifting forward to back. The Reactor seems like it paddles more just standard normal paddling than the Indra. But the Indra, it stays on top of the water a little better. And like to really engage your rows, you don't have to lean it over as far. But they're both really good boats, but they're very different boats. More different than I thought they would be. I didn't think they would be as different as they are. I like them both. If the Reactor had been out before the Indra, I would have probably bought the Reactor. It wasn't. The Indra was out first, so that's what I bought. If anybody out there wants to get me a Reactor, I'll be glad to ride it and give a more detailed review. But and Wade asked me, he said, which one would you pick? And because I've got to know the Indra really good, and I don't know the Reactor very good, but what I paddled in it I liked a lot, I said the Reactor. And there's a couple reasons. One, it rolls easier. Two, it's a lighter boat, so carrying it's a lot easier. Now, comfort for all day long, they're both going to be plenty comfortable enough, but Piranha's still, or not Piranha, but Dagger's still the most comfortable boat I think that they make. The Indra surfs better than the Reactor. It's a hard call. I think that anybody would need to, if you're down to it, what am I going to get? What am I going to get? I say either try to borrow a boat from a buddy, or, if you're in the Southeast, go to the Whitewater Center. They're both really good boats, but they're both very different. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We see you next time. Bye now.